so much for joining us for Wake Up Charlotte to go on this Friday Eve. I'm Carolyn Brooke.
And I'm Ben Thompson. Let's go ahead and get a check of the forecast first thing, because Larry, it's cold.
Oh, it's cold. A good day to stay out of the lake. I mean, you can look at it, but it'd be certainly cold out there. This is Lake Norman, live view out there. Great view of the sky conditions. Not a cloud in the sky this morning. Here it is, hour by hour. We're around 54 degrees at 1 o'clock. We'll be in the mid to upper 50s for the afternoon. And notice tomorrow morning, only the low 40s, upper 30s, low 40s. So not as cold tomorrow. Let's check it out. 7-day forecast for today. Once again, mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow morning's low right around 37. Clouds move in tomorrow. Tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, early on Saturday morning could be some showers, but it'll be a mild day. Friday again on Saturday, cooling down to low 50s on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, back to about 55 degrees for the middle of next week. And that is your first one forecast.
All right, Larry, thanks. Now to look at today's top stories in your morning rush. North Carolina education leaders looking at ways to ramp up COVID-19 testing in schools.
Good morning. I'm Billie Jean Shaw. The North Carolina Board of Education, along with state health officials, are meeting this morning at 9 o'clock to discuss a new plan to control COVID cases in public schools. The state is proposing free antigen rapid tests for students and staff, tests that could roll out as early as December 14th. Now, the special thing about these tests, results come back within minutes versus days. The test would be free if approved, but will require parental permission.
A COVID-19 case confirmed at the Gaston County Courthouse. District Court Judge Michael Land says he tested positive back on November 12th. He was in court right before he received those results. The health department recommends people quarantine while waiting on their tests to come back.
Today, local health experts are working to crack down on the spread of misinformation when it comes to the coronavirus. Atrium Health hosting a COVID-19 Mythbuster panel. Infectious disease experts are going to discuss popular claims and explain why some of them just aren't true. That starts at 11:30.
The UK will roll out Pfizer's vaccine to healthcare workers next week. And now the CEO of biotech who helped make that vaccine says the U.S. not far behind.
I'm confident that an authorization in the U.S. could also happen within the next 2 weeks.
The FDA will discuss next Thursday authorizing the vaccine in the U.S. And that's it for your morning rush.
Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. Even though the U.S. is still waiting on the vaccine, we're learning dosages could already be on their way to the Carolinas even as we speak.
The FDA still has not approved a coronavirus vaccine, but that's not stopped doses from being shipped across the country. Let's connect the dots. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed the first massive shipment of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine is headed to the U.S. The FDA is still reviewing the vaccine, but experts think it should be approved by mid-December. As soon as that happens, the U.S. plans to get those vials into the hands of doctors who can start distributing it. Under FDA rules, the vaccine cannot be sent to actual distribution sites like hospitals until it's approved. So right now, the vials are being pre-positioned at sites, allowing quicker delivery. The plan is to start administering those doses within 24 hours of FDA approval. The FAA has set up a special vaccine air transport team to make sure these cargo flights get priority. U.S. authorities releasing very few details about where these vaccines are being produced and shipped. And that's connecting the dots.
Good morning, everybody. This next story is a huge talker online. So the U.S. Department of Transportation is changing its rule about animals traveling on planes. So now the only animal that it qualifies for their Fly Free program is designated trained service dogs. So the DOT says that they've been getting so many complaints about random animals and that it's beginning to ruin the public's trust in trained service pets. So now your emotional support animals will no longer equate to service animals. To get on a plane with a dog, here's what you have to have. You have to provide their training and vaccination documents. And then once you're on the plane with them, they have to stay leashed and within your foot space the entire duration of the flight. This doesn't mean that other pets can't fly. It just means that they have to be paid for and then they're checked into the cargo hold. So Pretty mixed reaction on this, as you can expect. One person is calling out the agency, saying that it's heartless and they're not thinking of children or veterans. But then other comments are saying it's about time. People have been kind of using and abusing this current rule, and they needed to make it stricter than it currently was. So let us know what you think. Join the conversation. You can leave a comment below right here or use our hashtag WakeUpCLT throughout the day on social media. Guys, back to you.
All right, Rachel, thanks.
And now to some stories to help keep you and your family safe and sound today. Something you've probably never had to think about before, but you do now. If you have hand sanitizer in your car and you leave it out there and it freezes this winter, you have to throw it away. But it's not really for the reason that you might think. Hand sanitizer is alcohol-based, and because of that, it shouldn't freeze. So if it does freeze, there wasn't enough alcohol in it to begin with. So it's almost like a test.
Yeah, life lessons. If you're constantly bored in work meetings, and pretty soon your boss and all your coworkers are going to know about it. Microsoft just filed a patent for a new sensor that can tell if you're bored. The sensors are positioned all around an office. They track body language, facial expressions, speech patterns, yawning. No word on when Microsoft will actually roll out the technology, but clearly we'll have to all be back in the office whenever that happens.
So it's not going to be for a while.
Enjoy your boredom while it lasts.
Exactly right. And make sure you watch us each and every morning starting at 4:30 a.m. We won't bore you on Wake Up Charlotte, we promise.